Hey Scott, how you doing? I'm going to speak quickly so I can fit it all in 10 minutes so that the video can post to YouTube. The first exercise is a little series on your back in a position called hook lying. So you'll be back with your knees bent. You're going to do reverse presses, then elbow curls, then pullovers. Reverse presses are where you're sliding your shoulder blades down together and relaxing. I'm not arcing with my back. I'm not doing that. I'm pushing my shoulder blades together and it's lifting my back off the ground. So it's just that movement. Then elbow curls, you clench your knuckles in that golfer's grip, where just your knuckles are clenched, thumbs are pointed. Put your knuckles on your temples and bring your arms together and then back to the ground. Together and back to the ground. Okay? You'll do 30 of all these motions. 30 reverse presses, 30 elbow curls, and 30 pullovers, where your arms go back, your elbows stay straight. And remember, the key to that extension for you is like learning to reach that direction with your trapezius, your upper shoulder muscles. So there's clearance room for the arm to move in the shoulder girdle. From 90 degrees to the floor, elbows straight. You can do that with that little cool prism, sort of holding an imaginary ball in your hand so that symmetry is really preserved. Okay? Next one. 10, so 30 of each of those, then 10 cats and dogs. Full flexion, exhaling, inhaling, looking up. Exhale, inhale. Hips are right over your knees, shoulders are right over your wrists. Wrists are shoulder width apart, knees are hip width apart. Okay, 10 of those. Next one, air bench, where you're sitting against the wall with your back flat. I'll use this mirror. I'm going to try to move quickly just to get through all of them. So you'll sit out, feet hip width apart, okay? Knees right over your ankles. Weight in your heels, arms just resting on your lap, low back pushing flat into the wall. You'll do that, working up to being able to do that for 2 minutes. You'll start off maybe 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute, okay? Next one, kneeling groin stretch. So from the side, looks like this. One foot is forward. You flatten your stomach and lower back. Stay upright as your head, shoulder, and hip all stay right over each other. And then move forward just enough to feel a pull in the hip flexor. Okay? You don't have to be really deep. We don't want to get into any distinction. Okay? 1 minute here, 1 minute on the other side. Or you can do 10 to 12 deep breaths. Okay? Next one, spread foot forward bend sequence. Okay? So you will have your feet out wide, thighs squeezing tight, feet parallel to each other, okay? Arms crossed, keep the weight forward in the balls of your feet as you go down and up. Don't let the weight shift to your heels. Keep it forward. 5 like that, 5 like this, thighs still tight, and 5 like this. Keeping your arms up as you go down. Okay? Next one, a lunge stretch, so very similar to the kneeling groin stretch. One leg forward and flatten, so you feel a stretch in the hip flexor. You're just going to sit in that, okay? Building stability in that new posture. Following that, you're going to do upper spinal floor twist. Sorry. So you'll lay with your knees at 90 degrees to your body and bent at 90 degrees. So your hips are 90, knees are 90. Arms are straight out. Put a shoebox or something so that your kneecaps stay touching it. So they stay right on top of each other. You're going to twist open like a book and then look in the direction that you're twisting and just rest there until that shoulder and elbow can reach all the way to the ground with your knees still staying flush, touching that brick or shoebox or whatever you use. Okay, then do the other side. Going to pelvic tilts, so you'll be laying on your back. Hey Scott, so this is the second half of that same menu. I had to change locations because that second half of the video ended up getting all crackly. So anyway, after the upper spinal floor twist, which you hold for as long as you're getting a good extension on it, then you do 10 cats and dogs. So you're familiar with that one. Rounding, exhaling, inhaling, looking up, making sure you get your shoulder blades together and your elbows stay straight throughout the motion. Okay? 10 like that. Then you'll transition into standing exercises to finish out your routine. Let me change the camera a little bit for visual purposes. So the first standing exercise that we'll have you do after that is probably one of the most important ones there, where you're going to do the standing quad stretch, pull your knee back so it's even with the other, flatten your stomach so you're upright, grab with the other hand, and hold really steady for a minute or 12 breaths, and then do the other side. Make sure your knee is back far, your butt muscles are tight and tucked, and your abdomen is flat. And then standing on a wall, I don't have a wall right behind me, but I have a doorway, but something ideally completely flush, like in your hallway. Okay, we'll be there, and we're going to put your hands right on your hip, right in your pockets, and tilt sideways, sideways, as far as you can, each way, keeping your hands flat on your sides, and your stomach keep kind of flat, so there might be a tendency to do that protrusion thing, or distension. We're going to keep it there, thighs tight, butt tight, as you tilt sideways along the wall, keeping your chin level. Okay? Then you're just going to stand there with your back flush against the wall, back of your head and shoulder blades lightly touching the wall as if it's made of rice paper, and then your buttocks, calves, and heels touching the wall. Feet hip width apart and straight. You're just going to stand there and harmonize with that orientation, so it becomes very familiar on a sensational level and also a neurological level. Okay, and then after you stand there for about 2 to 3 minutes, step away from the wall and allow yourself to stay in that new upright position. And then, you don't have to always stand like that, but the more your body gets orientated towards that, the better the better its biomechanics will be. Okay, so yeah, hope that's helpful, Scott. Rock through it, and yeah, enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay, peace.